So for my relevant business news of the week, I'm going to Instagram, so another social media platform. And we've talked a lot about this with Instagram stories, and I've really applauded them for their Explore tab and the algorithm that they've done for video. But read an article actually today on Mashable that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, Instagram is going to Facebook, essentially. I mean, it's becoming another Facebook. It used to be all about photos. It used to be a really standalone platform. But look at this, just in the last 6 months. Back in June, they introduced the algorithm, which seems like that was years ago, but that was only in June. In August, they start Instagram stories, so competing directly with Snapchat. In November, they introduced live video. So essentially you can go live, but the broadcast disappears right when the broadcast is over. And now they're enabling people to like other people's comments the same way you can like and reply on comments on Facebook. So Facebook obviously owns Instagram. Facebook now turning Instagram a lot more Facebook than what it originally was.
I also think they're turning it a lot Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook has done a really tremendous job of making Instagram more, I guess, just valuable to the end user. If you had told me 6 months ago that Instagram was going to copy a lot of Snapchat's, I guess not proprietary, but their kind of signature style, I would have felt like it would have been a failure. It would have looked like they were just being a copycat, but it seems to have worked.
100 million people use Instagram stories daily now. That's a pretty incredible number for just a new part of your platform. But yeah, I mean, if you go back 6 months and look at Instagram as a platform and look at it now, it's almost like a brand new app. And we always talk about on this podcast about evolution and changing with the trends and making sure you react to the market. Nobody's done that better probably than Instagram in the last 6 months. And then
VaynerMedia, you pronounce the last name Vaynerchuk?
Vaynerchuk, yeah.
Vaynerchuk. He was on Cheddar yesterday or the day before, and they were asking him about Snapchat, and he essentially was saying, hey, look, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, I would have been incredibly bullish on Snapchat. However, I underestimated how successful Instagram was going to be in doing some of their copycatting.
Especially if you already have a built-in following, then that just goes to your whole audience at the top of the feed.
Right, and what he was saying is like, it didn't steal a bunch of the people from Snapchat to go to Instagram. What it did is stop the flood of late 30s, 40s, 50s from feeling like in order for me to do this type of content, I need to be on Snapchat. They're able to do that with a feed that they're already using. So that flow from Instagram and Facebook over to Snapchat for the older generations has probably slowed a little bit. I don't have numbers to support that.
And I think with the loss of Vine and, Musical.ly continue to gain steam, there's kind of a little opportunity there, I feel like, for a new app to come through, because now that Instagram's becoming more like Facebook, there may be an app that's more Instagram what it originally was, which is more photo-based, or Musical.ly maybe becoming that looping Vine type of platform that people are going to. So I feel like there's a little bit of a niche being carved for the next new app to come, because some of these apps are throwing away some of the original features that made them so good.
Right. Well, and in our business, we use tons of different business apps. And there's so many of them that are really great at doing one particular thing. But in the end, you really wind up only using 2 or 3 of them because there's just not that much room in your life to be able to use all those.
Yeah.
And do you feel that way about social? I mean, do you really feel like you're going to be able to have
consistently post to 5 different platforms,
or even care enough to go and click to another one? Because for me, just Facebook and Instagram and sometimes Twitter, maybe once every couple weeks I'll go to Snapchat and look through something, but it's not because it's not valuable. It's just because for me, I don't have that much time to really invest in looking at all those different, feeds. So I almost feel like there may be a little bit of a maximum number of feeds that can be relevant to any one person, and everyone's going to be fighting for that 2 to 3 central feeds.
Yeah, I mean, I find myself almost to a fault cycling through the 4 apps: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
Okay.
And even going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, like if you're really bored or what have you. But yeah, I think to your point, because I used to have Vine in that social media folder on my iPhone, Musical.ly's in there, Pinterest is in there, but you can only do about 4, honestly.
Right. And for me, it's
probably post all of them.
For me, it's probably 3, and Facebook owns 2 of them. So, 66% of my time spent on social, which is substantial, is all going through one company.
And Facebook,
so they're still
becomes the platform you spend the most time on, but post the least on. I think Snapchat would probably be, for me, I post the most on. But yeah, that's how it goes.